Do we just start?
I'll introduce you if you'd like to.
No, it's okay.
Oh, okay.
I'll introduce me.
Yeah, good.
That's good. Good evening, everybody.
Good evening.
My name is Dave, and I've come all the way from London, or rather all the way from Bingley in Yorkshire via London, to be here tonight. And I'm a songwriter. And on my right there is Graeme, who's come all the way from Bradford via Stockport.
Ilkley.
And Ilkley and places like that to be here tonight. And he is also a songwriter. And we're both going to sing you some songs. You will detect that he and I have very different songwriting styles, and we choose very different subjects for our songs. But peculiarly, the first two we're going to sing, I'm going to do one and Graeme will do one, they relate to each other, so I'll see whether you can spot the link between them. And we're also going to slide in a couple of Michael Chapman songs, because both of us started out loving Michael Chapman music. Anybody know Michael? Yeah, well, he was like a 1969, 1970 Yorkshire guitarist. He's a proper guitarist and didn't stand with any of this newfangled new age nonsense, and he played proper guitar. So Graeme's going to play some proper guitar later. And is that right? Is that fair?
No, I'm going to play some Michael Chapman.
Right. He had albums like Millstone Grit was one of his albums. So I'm going to sing a song about going to an art gallery. I walked into the art gallery and there were young people there, and they were standing in front of this painting, and I couldn't see what the painting was because all they had was their hands up in front of them with their mobile phones in front of them, and they were delighted that they all got their mobile phones to look at this picture. I don't think any one of them stopped to look at the picture. And when they walked away, I realised that what they were going to take the photo of was Starry Night by Van Gogh. And I thought they might have missed out there. This is a song called Light Shapes. There is a different kind of light, an underwater glow that bleeds, a cool intensity of transformation as dawn once more proceeds. Darkness again recedes. There is a light that slips beneath the door, a new space where it gleams, a liquid motion of color that flows as cameras are raised to shoot the sea. Lest we lose the stream. Picasso dazzled by the sunlight of Spain, money catching haystacks changing hue. Artists all like moths to the flame, learn to see with eyes renewed. And there is a wheel of color, oh, it spins its flame on those pigment shades of red through green. That painted surface, how it flames with light, perceived and yet unseen. There is a pinhole within the darkened room, a single shaft of brilliant light. Those inverted shadows, how they dance so live as ghosts that haunt the night. Till daylight and they take flight. Picasso dazzled by the sunlight of Spain and Bali, catching haystacks changing hue. Artists all like moths to the flame, learn to see with eyes renewed.
Right, this is a song about people who conduct relationships by text and not seeing each other, and it's about the worry of what happens when you do see each other eventually. We communicate by text, the messages go on and on. I spend all day looking at my phone, longing for the next one to come. We get along so well virtually, the things you write mean so much to me. You raise my spirits and you make me smile. I'm longing for another to arrive in a while, but I live in fear and I live in doubt about what'll happen when we get round to going out. Will you like the physical me, or do you just want me electronically? To be so careful about my choice of words, don't want the wrong interpretation to be heard, and so far I think it has worked quite well. Had no arguments as far as I can tell, but I live in fear and I live in doubt about what'll happen when we get round to going out. Will you like the physical me, or do you just want me electronically? So when we meet in some bar or joint, the last thing I want to do is disappoint. I'm hoping to make your heart jump and sing. I'm praying that you like the real thing, but I live in fear and I live in doubt about what'll happen when we get round to going out. Will you like the physical me, or do you just want me electronically? Yes, I live in fear and I live in doubt about what'll happen when we get round to going out. Will you like the physical me, or do you just want me electronically? Do you just want me electronically, or do you just want me electronically?
That went down well then. I did say we wrote different kinds of songs, didn't I? I joined a songwriting group, and there was a task which was to write a song every month on some chosen topic. And I got stuck and couldn't complete the task. So I remembered that a bloke I used to work with at IBM, in fact, was a poet. And strangely enough, he and I never talked about music while we were working together, even though he was from Barnsley and I was from Bingley, although he was living over in New England by that time. But we worked together a lot. We never talked about music and discovered that in the end we both liked the same sort of things. So I said, "Oh, Paul, you're a poet. Could you help me finish this song?" And being a Barnsley lad, he told me, gave me a completely honest and straightforward answer. He said, "No, I don't write to order," and that was it. And then a few minutes later, he sent me an email with some words in it, and they're glorious words. Just they're impossible to sing. They didn't scan because he doesn't sing at all. And I turned them into a song. And I have no idea what it's about.
Can we just check the tuning?
I thought I just had, but okay.
No, but with the cap on, because it wasn't right last time.
Yeah.
I think so.
This is called In the Rain. Billy was flying, his head on the verge of exploding. Clouds overhead were turning from grey to black. In the hope of a better life, he left the child on a northbound train. Now he's alone out there in the rain, and he dreamed of water that fell through the windows above him, gushing, splashing, it rolls ever higher. His heart so cold as rain turned to ice, melting its body again. Billy alone out there in the rain. Oh, the rain, it fell clean and strong, he felt its power. Carry him on, Billy alone out there in the rain. Passing through time as years fell like leaves from an oak tree, measuring life in truth or its absence, without any hope he'll search for the child in numberless towns and lanes. Now he's alone out there in the rain. Oh, the rain, it fell clean and strong, and he felt its power pulling him along. Really alone out there in the rain.
Oh, it's changed.
We now need to change guitars.
Right, so as David said, we're going to do a couple of Michael Chapman songs. This is the first one. This is what I always think of as the quintessential Michael Chapman song, called In Strange places we have been since our dream began to fade. Whatever became of all the promises we made? Have you ever thought of the times that we knew? I sit here alone and slightly blue. No rain for weeks, the sun is in the sky. The grass is turning brown and all the streams are running dry. And all of a sudden the dark begins to call. How far is it down? Where must I fall? And the days pass so slowly in the valley of my time. Trees sway so gently and there's something on my mind. Like a fly it buzzes round, there's nothing I can do. I think it's just the memory of you. Strange places we have been since our dream began to fade. Whatever became of all the promises we made? Have you ever thought of the times that we knew? I sit here alone and slightly blue. Yes, I sit here alone and slightly blue. You know I sit here alone.
Oh, sorry.
That's definitely one of those follow that moments, isn't it? Okay, so how do we follow that one then?
I think what we need is a song about a train. I think we'll enjoy a song about a railway man. Anybody ever heard of Eric Lomax? No? Anybody seen the film Railway Man with Nicole Kidman and Colin Firth? So it's the story of Eric Lomax, who was, as a child, captivated by trains. And the autobiography, Railway Man, has got the most eloquent description of being a young boy and just seeing steam trains coming out of tunnels and just saying, I want to be a railway man. And then in the Second World War, he was a prisoner of the Japanese in Burma, working on the bridge over the River Kwai and all that sort of stuff, was horribly tortured by his captors. After the war, he met his wife on a train, so trains were everywhere in his life. And then some years after the war, one of his captors from Japan knocked on the door and said, I want to apologize. And the question is, what would you do in that situation? And what did he do? And that's the heart of the film and the heart of the book and the heart of this song. It's called The Railway Man. Those who've never lost themselves in a sense of awestruck wonder as pounding from a tunnel a train emerges to light. A solitary boy can't speak of that first sense of steam and thunder, simply tells he was captive to the sight. Standing there imagines he can grow to be a railway man. The railway man knows well the call of duty and obligation, sets aside his isolation, knowing comradeship as uniforms and kit bags build trains and stations, taking young men journeying to loss hardship, and in that crowd an innocent he stands, that smiling, unknowing railway man. Those who've never seen fear turn a captor to a monster, shrink from hearing of those times, laboring through heat and jungle, always hungry, never resting, grows hatred in the heart of a railway man. In liberation and journey home, the railway man can find no peace. In a rattling carriage, braves a cheerful smile, as conversation grows to friendship, troubled thoughts begin to ease, speaking of the bad times, somehow for a while his mind finds rest, and then he can take love into the heart of a railway man. Those who see must surely wonder at two prisoners standing free by memorial to the fallen, lost in the haunting past. When first I met my one-time captor, hatred took me like the sea. His desolation reached me. I listened, and at last reconciled I find he can say he was a friend to a railway man. So just to be clear, the railway man forgave his captor, and they were friends, and they met together on the bridge over the River Kwai, and it was a true story.
Well, this is a true story as well, but of a very different kind. And it's a story, what's actually, the song was written for a bet. Because I was told, well, you haven't written one about my nose. I've told you that I love you in every possible way. All those things about you that make me happy every day. I feel like one of those preachers banging on about your features, but I forget to say in song or prose that I love your nose. There's so much to say about you, I don't know where to begin. But as good a place as any is to start with your silky soft skin. I knew it would be convention to give those big brown eyes a mention, but I forget to say, I suppose, that I love your nose. Sometimes late at night, when I've been thinking of you for a while, I get all choked up inside when I think of your lovely smile. And I've never forgotten through the years how I adore those pretty ears. And heaven knows how I love your nose. There's something about you that I think is very neat. There at the end of those lovely legs is the cutest pair of feet. Loved you head to toe, and to be sure that you know, I'll say one more time before I close that I love your nose. I love you head to toe, and to be sure that you know, I'll say one more time before I close that I love your nose.
Okay, how do you follow that then? Well, with a song about a train, obviously. There's a blues guitarist called Brooks Williams who was born in Statesboro in Georgia, and he tells a story as a child. He used to walk on a Sunday morning alongside the railway line, which divides the north and the south of Statesboro. of course, on those days, it was along racial lines. So on each side of the track, you had churches. And on each side of the track, you had church music. But the church music was not the same. Do we do this in D? Yes, we do that. Three blocks down from City Square, across the railroad tracks, whistles blowing and lights are flashing. Well, sit back, relax. There's a freight train and it's rolling 500 trucks and more. It don't break for no one till it's the Savannah shore. Well, I go walking on Sunday mornings by those silver rails, see 100 churches standing strong on each side of the rail, and the faithful in their Sunday best raise a voice in song. As I walk on by, them feels like angels sing along. From the north side, it's simple gifts, loud with a cheerful voice. From the south, the grace amazing, people all rejoice. Well, I don't know the reasons why these folks stay apart, when in clouds of dust over rails of rust they sing with the same blocks down from City Square. Oh, that's heavy on my mind. What twisted power contrived to put a train between these sides? That freight train, oh, it's rolling 500 trucks and more. It don't break for no one till it hits the Savannah shore. Really? That's interesting.
Hence a bit of confusion on my part.
He did ask you that, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Another Michael Chapman now. This is a later Michael Chapman from, I don't know, around 2000-ish.
Do you want to tell the story? I think you should tell the story.
We want the story.
You want the story? Well, I've heard Michael tell this story so many times. I'll do it as Michael. Okay. So I was in Leeds in Waterstones, flicking through the books. In Waterstones, you know, posh. That's it. And I was looking through the books, and I looked across the room, and I saw this woman of a certain age, and I thought, looks a bit familiar. She came over to me, and she said, "It's Michael, isn't it?" I said, "Yes." Well, I knew my own name. And he said, "Do I know you?" She said, "Michael, we were married for 4 years." So apparently this song is sort of just something to say, I'm sorry for all that. Measured words, sorry, I picked the wrong way, of thoughtless silence. Which one can hurt the most? And which one can cause the distance between two people once so close? We were so close. The reasons have all faded, just like they always do. We grew up, we grew apart, found other dreams to be pursued, to be pursued. We were such a common story, maybe fated from the start, but I remember all your glory, and you left something in my heart, in my heart. Measured words of thoughtless silence, which can hurt the most, and which can cause the distance between two people once so close. We were so close.
So this is a song about a chap who left Sicily with all his worldly possessions, his life savings, with the vision of going to California and growing oranges. And he got off the boat, and the land agent was there. And the land agent said, "Would you like to buy a field in Fresno? It's beautiful, and it's quite cheap. It'll only cost you all your money." And he said, "Yes." Now, some people might have thought to go and look at the field before they handed over the money, but he was naive. And so he went out to Fresno and discovered that he had bought a field of 80 acres of hard pan rock, in which nothing could possibly grow. And so what did he do? He tried to pitch his little tent in the field, and he more or less could get a couple of tent pegs in, and he had to go and labour in surrounding fields and earn money any way he could. And the sun blazed down, and he went, "This is horrible. I know what we used to do back in Sicily. We used to dig caves." So he dug a hole in the ground, and he managed to get a little sleeping area, and it was cool down there. So he dug a little tunnel. This hard pan rock, if you get a wheelbarrow and a pickaxe, you can dig through it. And he built a little tunnel and a sunlight. And he planted an orange tree in some soil he managed to gather from somewhere. And the orange tree grew up through the sunlight. And he kept on doing this. Tunnel, orange tree. Kept on doing this for years. Took him 18 years. And he had an orchard of orange trees. And he was a self-sufficient orange farmer, and he dug the whole thing by hand. And it's still there in Fresno, and it's called Baldassare Forestier's Underground Garden. And that's not the remarkable thing. The remarkable thing is it's beautiful. And he said, "I built all this with a wheelbarrow and a dream." I can walk between the orange trees, climbing from below. When I toll the bell, Baldassare will greet me. He leads me where the air is cool and where the sweet fruit grow. Sunlight dapples through the leaves and peace reigns completely. By 3 by 7, he built a glimpse of heaven. By 7 by 3 he planted vines and orange trees. In a field of sun-scorched rock, impossible it seems. All Baldassare created with a wheelbarrow and a dream. He says a man with some resources can have visions bold and true. A man who starts with plenty builds fit for a king. I started with naked rock, no tree to come to. Nothing, I built beauty, surely that's a finer thing. By 3 by 7, he built a glimpse of heaven. By 7 by 3 he planted vines and orange trees. In a field of sun-scorched rock, impossible it seems. All Baldassare created with a wheelbarrow and a dream. By 7 by 3 he planted vines and orange trees. In a field of sun-scorched rock, impossible it seems. All
Baldus are created with a wheelbarrow and a tree.
Right, this is slightly different to the other ones of my songs that I've sung this evening, which are all a bit on the light-hearted side. And this is about meeting somebody that you went out with 50 years ago or whatever, meeting up with them again, and both got happy families, but there's a bit of connection still.
Wish we'd stayed together all those years ago. I wish I'd known the reason I wouldn't have let you go. I wish I'd known what was in your mind as you stood at the station. I wish I hadn't felt such utter devastation, and I wish you were here with me. Oh yes, I wish you were here with me. Wish that I'd been there for all those years in between, to know you were warm and safe, albeit someone else's queen. You can't undo the ones you love, you can't undo the past, but you can't deny the love's still there and it will always last. And I wish you were here with me. Oh yes, I wish you were here with me. I wish I'd held your hand as we sat and talked. I wish I'd put my arms around you for all the time we walked. I wish I'd kissed you on the lips as we said goodbye, but my cursed old English reserve man, I didn't even try. I wish that I could hold you, get to know you once again, grow old together and share each other's pain. I wish we didn't love someone else, I wish we were fancy free, but we don't wish to hurt those close to us, so our love cannot be. And I wish you were here with me. Oh yes, I wish you were here with me. And I wish I'd held your hand as we sat and talked. I wish I'd put my arm around you for all the time we walked. I wish I'd kissed you on the lips as we said goodbye, but my cursed old English reserve man, I didn't even try. together, but fear it can't be so. I wish that you could stay, I wish you didn't have to go. And if this has to be the end, well, I couldn't stand the pain. I cannot bear the thought of not seeing you again. And I wish you were here with me. Oh yes, I wish you were here with me. Oh yes, I wish you were here with me. Oh yes, I wish.
So we're getting to the end of our set at this point. We've also got one song each left. I hope you have enjoyed what we've been doing.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant.
I've got to say, that last song of Graham's is just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
And it's a bit alarming that I write songs at the rate of about one a year, and Graham's written about 100 in the last year, so it's quite a change.
But none before.
Yeah, well, indeed. So this is another of these songs I wrote with my Barnsley poet friend, and yet again I have no idea what it's about. I've even less idea of what this one's about than the last one. And if you've liked what you've listened to, I've got most of my songs are up on Spotify. If you just search for Dave Artus, you'll find them all. And one of the little projects I did was during lockdown. I help run folk clubs, and a lot of the people we would book have lost their income because they would tour and they would play for us and we'd give them money. And during COVID, they couldn't do that. And I was in the fortunate position of unretiring myself, and I was working. So I was able to do some programming from my home. So I had some money, and I thought, well, what I'll do is I'll write some songs and I'll pay good people to record them rather than me. And so what I've got is things like, I've got Brooks Williams recorded one of my songs, I've got Ashley Hutchings out of Fairport Convention, I've got Plum Hall, who opened for Fairport on the winter tour recently, and several other really good people, all graciously recorded songs that they probably didn't like that much. I have no idea, maybe they did. You can always hope, can't you? And this is one that I got Plum Hall to help me record. So I sing on this one, but Plum Hall play all the instruments. And it's called Time's Decay. We do not speak of winter, of coldness and of distance, a season indeterminate, and the icy breath of absence, and spring is caverns on the shore, and traces left by tides, rusting hulks seafaring, with ocean's weeds inside, as hours leach to days, and the ice is a melting crust. Who do we remember? Who do remember us? Oh, our hearts have skipped the season on beaches drowned by crowds,
frantic helter-skelter, July thunderclouds, no musk of summer's dreaming, no October consolation, mellow fruit, scant harvest, incoming desolation, as the hours leach to days, the ice is a melting crust. Who do we remember? Who will remember us? There's a scuttling at the edges, a hint of memory calling, a creature of experience anticipates the falling. We will not speak of winter, of coldness and of distance, a season indeterminate, the icy breath of absence, as hours leach to days, the ice is a melting crust. Who do we remember? Who will remember us?
Right, so this is the last one. And you know, David, they haven't sung at all, have they? Do you think we can encourage them to sing?
They look like singers to me.
I think they should. This one has a very easy chorus to it, so please join in. Getting good at getting by. Yes, I'm getting good at getting by. I don't know the reason for or why, but I'm getting good at getting by. When you left me, I felt alone, spent all day sitting by the telephone, hoping you'd call and make it ring, and that would make my poor heart sing. Getting good at getting by. Yes, I'm getting good at getting by. I don't know the reason for or why, but I'm getting good at getting by. Went to a bar the other day, an attractive lady looked my way. We talked and she seemed so fine, she took you right off my mind. So I'm getting good at getting by. Yes, I'm getting good at getting by. I don't know the reason for or why, but I'm getting good at getting by.
reason for a while, and I'm getting good at getting by. One more time, I'm getting good at getting by. Yes, I'm getting good at getting by. I don't know the reason for a while, but I'm getting good at getting by. Yes, I'm getting good at getting by. You know what? I'm getting good at getting by.
Yay. Thank you very much.
Right, we're done. Absolutely fantastic evening. Absolutely brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
More. Do we do any more? Do a reg? Or somebody else you got in mind? Oh, how about Michael Chapman's song?
Yeah.
Oh, that one.
It's just a memory and a distance, like some long lost railroad line. It's a thread that can't be broken, runs through your life and through mine. Oh, I love it when you want me. Oh, I love it when you care. No, I don't scare easy. I do get scared. Oh, it's that time of night when nothing seems to turn out right. Dreams just slip right out of sight, because it's that time of night. We have left behind places others never get to. They are places hard to find. You recall, I forget too. Oh, sometimes you make me wonder, will I stumble, will I fall? Oh, take me as I am, or not at all. It's that time of night when nothing seems to turn out right. Dreams, though they slip right out of sight, and lovers, they start to fuss and fight. Because it's that time of night.
Thank you so much for listening. We've had a ball. Graeme Morrell, wonderful guitar work.
don't feel obligated.
Well, have folk had enough, or do you want another one? We can do another one.
Yeah.
All right.
One before you.
Oh, you don't mind?
We can do something. Reg Bureau song. See?
Well, I was never good with money, slipped right through my hands. Land of milk and honey was a never, never land. Full-time occupation seemed just out of reach. Reading books and writing songs and walking on the beach. I was under the illusion I was footloose and carefree. And every girl I ever loved was smarter than me. Got a storybook religion, barroom philosophy, part-time education and a staying out late degree. All my eggs they're in one basket, my hopes against the rocks. Put my dreams in a boat that sank before it left the docks. I was raised on misdemeanors, petty larceny. And every girl I ever loved was smarter than me. I've been holding out for something, never knowing what it was. When they asked me why the foolish grin, I said because I've seen friends plagued by ambition, poisoned by success, tormented by tradition and denial and excess. Seen God in the face of a woman, God in the eyes of a child, that can walk in with his head high, genius defined, and a broken angel singing perfect harmony. Every girl I ever loved was smarter than me. I've heard broken angels singing in perfect harmony, and then and every girl I ever loved knew the words and was still smarter than me.
Thank you so much for listening. No rehearsal. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you very much indeed. That was absolutely fantastic. Really, really good. Really, really good. Sorry, Al. As per normal, if you can spare any change, any donations, that'd be excellent. It'll all go to them too, actually, because they've travelled a bit further than me.
You're very kind.
No. That's brilliant. Have you got any of your stuff recorded, Graeme? All right. Really good.
One and a half
But not.
myself.
Yeah, for yourself. Yeah. No, really, really good. You've only been doing it a year as well. Have you got the experience? Two. Right.
Well, we haven't.
That's really good.
In 69 years I've written one song.
Right.
And then in the last 2 years I've written 110.
They're really, really good. Need to let them go.
Apparently you'll do more in push.
I'm happy to do another.
All right, okay.
Nearly. Shutting him up to you.
Only 4 hours.
Only 4 hours.
Play Rainmaker, Graeme. Go on.
Go on, have a go.
This is about a very unexpected, life-changing experience for me.
I like going on holidays, but I don't get away enough. I get caught up with my work and all that kind of stuff. When I look back over the years, I can see that I've missed out. Now that's all going to change, and I have no doubt. Since I met you, I have to say there's a change in my outlook. Take some risks, pay the price, don't do it by the book. Try something new, get it right, and you'll be in the zone. But I never thought that I would buy a motorhome. In our motorhome to the country we will go, in amongst the mountains and where the waters flow. Down along the coast and park up by the sea, a little piece of paradise for you and me. I can see us now driving along as happy as can be. I look at you with a smile on your face and you smile back at me. Then we reach our destination and take in the fresh air, and we will be so grateful to have this moment to share. We do what we want, we go where we please, moving on to our next choice, traveling with ease. We're having so much fun, I wish that I had known, then I wouldn't have left it quite so long to buy a motorhome. In our motorhome to the country we will go, in amongst the mountains and where the waters flow. Drive along the coast and park up by the sea, a little piece of paradise for you and me.
There we go.
Thanks.
Yeah, fantastic evening. Really, really good, thank you.
Yeah.
I think another round of applause is in order.
Yeah. Thank you all for coming. As I normally say, it wouldn't be the same without you. I'm doing it all again on Monday with Cassie and John Lindley. Hopefully.
Right in here.
Yeah. Same time, 8 till 10. But then I'll stop doing two a month because Sarah gets really annoyed.
I can't think why, Mark.
I can't think why either.
Yeah.
I enjoy it though.
Can you remember what Steph looks like?
That's what Sarah said.
That was a fantastic joke.
It was, yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm thinking of turning the one at the Spout into more of a folk jam, because I really like folk and I'm missing out really. So that would suit you more, wouldn't it?
I think I'm going to get on the road then.
Well, as long as it's inclusive, I can come.
Oh yeah, it is.
I only don't come because it's not inclusive.
Because what's happened as well is we've got two new musicians who Tony Jack's picked up from the Greyhound at Warslow. So they're running like a jam on I think it's the third Saturday, and they picked them up last month, and they just make everybody sing. So rather than one person singing, it's just everybody. It's a completely different atmosphere. So that was like it was like that at the Spout and like that's here, where people can just join in.
No, I like going to concerts where you can just.
Do you? We can do that still here for half an hour. You don't like it? You like doing your own?
No, I don't like doing my own. I just like it when it's inclusive that everybody does.
Oh, it is inclusive, isn't it?
Yeah, but I don't want to use my instrument with everything else around.
Ah, right.
Yeah, it's a bit of a waste of having the instrument.
Yeah, with the, like the folk, like if I did a load of jazz low, you're in, aren't you? In D's and G's.
No.
No, what
No,
keys?
because I've got all keys.
All right. What? Okay.
So, you know, I like to play B flat, C minor,
Oh, okay. Yeah.
all those keys.
All right. Yeah.
There's no point me just playing in D and G.
Right. No, I meant isn't they called the keys in?
Huh?
I thought the keys were better, but they're not. Ah, right. Okay.
Yes.
I like going with John every week.
Yeah.
That's nice, you know, just that's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I'll come along and see, I'll support, but it has to be inclusive.
It is inclusive. Everybody playing it. It's not just it's people listening. You joined in with mandolin, didn't you? Yeah. Came along with mandolin, which
It
restricted
wasn't
to.
inclusive last time.
Say again?
It wasn't inclusive when I first went.
No, I know it is now. I'm sorry. I thought there was something that wasn't quite right. It is inclusive now, isn't it? It is very inclusive now, isn't it? Yeah. It's just changed completely. It's a completely different atmosphere, honest. I promise.
That's fine, It's whatever you create and what you like. You know.
Yeah. It's like, it's kind of evolved
I
into.
enjoy going over that, you know,
Yeah.
going over that. So.
But in the end,
You go with John Lindy, don't you?
It's just a little session. It's
Yeah.
That's work. You know, I'm even with everybody else.
Absolutely.
That's all I want.
Oh yeah. No, everyone's even, aren't they?
I just want to be even with
Yeah, because it's not
everybody
like
else, you know.
because it was a bit. It's not like that anymore. Everyone's equal,
Just
yeah.
keep in touch. It's been
Yeah,
a
yeah.
lovely evening.
Yeah.
so we're going to have to get time to stay on.
Thank you for coming.
You know, you do what you want. It's just lovely, you know.
No, it's what people want. It's not what I want. So I don't like doing stand up and doing my own song. I much prefer we all play together, which it is now.
Yeah, lovely.
It is now. Yeah.
Well, I'll give it a go.
Okie dokie.
But anyway, so that's if I've looked a bit distracted, that's what's been it.
It's a strange conversation. Different.
Yeah, so it's sort of
Very different.
down over the weekend if
It's only changing because she hasn't been for ages. It's certainly changed. Squeeze box. I can't remember what it's called. It's not it's one's harmonium. It's one of our keys rather than having like a piano key.
Yeah.
But she's very good. Right. Trying to make her happy, but I didn't succeed. Oh well, can't please all the people all the time.
Yeah. You seem like you're both arguing for the same thing.
I know we were, yeah. She didn't understand what she didn't want to listen to what I was talking about. I was listening to what she was talking about, but it's a one-sided conversation.
Yeah.
She's got a fixed head about what it was like before, you see. That was like a year ago since she's been.
What was it like then? Was it sort of one person?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which I didn't particularly want. I don't like getting up in that jam. I don't like getting up and singing on my own. I'd much prefer everybody just joined in like we are doing now.
Yeah.
It's much more fun.
You get people bouncing